One broccoli plant can ruin 6 lettuce heads faster than a June heat wave. I'm Grant, Fiona's here, and this is Root Insect.
And today we're talking lettuce companion plants, but the useful version. Shade, pest cover, and spacing. Not the fairy tale version where every vegetable has a best friend.
I used to think lettuce just needed cool weather, water, and my encouraging personality.
Your lettuce has never requested encouragement. It has requested not being buried under cabbage leaves.
That brings us to Grant's garden mistake. A few years back, I tucked romaine between broccoli transplants because I thought, cool season crops, they'll be buddies. The romaine sprouted beautifully, and then the broccoli opened up like a wet beach umbrella. We got tiny, pale heads, slugs moved in, and I had created what Fiona called
A luxury slug resort with complimentary romaine bedding.
painful but accurate. So the big lesson is, lettuce companions cannot be bullies.
Exactly. Lettuce is fast, but it's delicate. Thin leaves, shallow roots, and once warm afternoons show up. Especially in a Zone 6B kind of garden, it can go from perfect May salad to bitter, bolting drama very quickly.
So we're not asking companion plants to perform magic. We're asking them to behave.
That's the word. The best neighbors either leave early, share root space politely, or give light afternoon shade without stealing the whole bed.
Radishes are probably the easiest example. They pop up fast, so they mark the row while lettuce is still deciding whether germination is worth the effort.
And that matters because lettuce can be slow in cold soil, especially butterhead types. I like sowing just a pinch of radish seed every 6 inches along a lettuce row. Then you harvest the radishes before the lettuce needs that space.
I like them most with leaf lettuce because you can cut around them. With tight romaine spacing, I get lazy, the radishes get chunky, and suddenly the row is shoulder to shoulder.
You say suddenly, like nobody saw it coming.
The radishes surprised me with success.
They surprised you with the exact growth habit printed on the seed packet?
Fair. But radishes do have one big caveat: flea beetles.
Yes, if flea beetles are already active in your garden, radishes can attract them. You'll see tiny shot holes in the leaves, like someone peppered them. That doesn't mean never plant radishes with lettuce, but it does mean cover the bed early.
Which brings us to the least glamorous tool we use constantly: floating row cover for lettuce.
It is boring. It is white fabric. It catches on hoops. It tries to visit the neighbor's yard if you don't pin it down. But it works.
We use it for cold snaps in early spring and for pest pressure, especially when radishes are nearby or aphids start showing interest.
The key is the edges. If you leave gaps, pests walk in like they bought tickets. Pin it with soil, bricks, boards, landscape staples, whatever you have. And check underneath, because row cover can also trap heat if the weather jumps.
Now, carrots are another companion I like because they don't throw giant leaves over the lettuce.
Carrots can work well between lettuce plants because they're skinny and slower. But don't seed them so thick that you create a green carpet. Lettuce still needs airflow, or you invite mildew.
So not empty every packet into the bed and hope abundance happens.
That is not a sowing method. For cut-and-come-again leaf lettuce, give plants around 6 to 8 inches. For romaine or heading lettuce, think more like 10 to 12 inches. Companions have to fit around that, not erase it.
Peas are the shade option, right?
Peas can be excellent, especially on a trellis, where they cast gentle afternoon shade. The trick is placement. Don't plant lettuce where peas completely block light all day. Use them to soften the hot side of the bed.
And onions?
Onions, scallions, or bunching onions can share space pretty politely. They may confuse some pests a bit, but I wouldn't call them bodyguards. Think of them as quiet roommates, not security staff.
So if someone asks, can I plant lettuce with cabbage, broccoli, or big kale?
Maybe at the edge of the bed with generous spacing, but not tucked underneath. Big brassicas expand fast, hold moisture, reduce airflow, and create slug habitat. Lettuce needs elbow room and clean leaves.
Fiona's 30-second verdict. What's your practical yes/no maybe?
Yes to radishes with lettuce if you harvest them early and use row cover when flea beetles are a problem. Yes to carrots and scallions if you keep spacing honest. Maybe to peas for afternoon shade, depending on where the sun hits. No to stuffing lettuce under broccoli or cabbage because the lettuce loses light, airflow, and dignity.
That's the most important sentence. Lettuce has dignity.
Lettuce has a very short window of dignity.
We'll leave it there before I start apologizing to old romaine heads by name. If this helped, hit subscribe. We drop 3 new episodes every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you don't have to hunt for the next one.
Thank you for listening to this edition of RudeInsect.com, Conversations with Grant and Fiona.